Leading through change and instability feel like trying to navigate a storm with no map. It's that moment when the strategies that used to work, the launches, the marketing approaches, the fundraising methods, suddenly feel like they're unraveling and you're left wondering, well, what now? Overwhelm, reaction mode, and just keeping up are the old way.
You need real, root-level strategies and practical steps to grow your business or ministry without exhaustion and burnout.
Hi there, we're Anna Saucier
And Megan Gephardt,
best friends and business consultants who help faith-filled women create sustainable growth through simple strategy with a people-first approach.
Here at Apostolic Fruit, we hope to offer you clarity, support, accompaniment, and healing,
one tiny step at a time. I'm Anna Saucier, and I want to welcome you back to the Apostolic Fruit podcast. Today, I want to talk about what's happening in rapid change and how we can respond more proactively with more awareness and really intentional decision-making about what needs to happen in moments of increased change. I mean, especially lately, things have been moving so fast, and the big chaotic shifts in the world make everything feel heavier and more confusing and even more disorienting. I know when a big event hits the news, when everyone's attention is suddenly everywhere, it's shifted, and then things get blown up and there are layers upon layers of judgment and critique. And you may feel that. And you may feel the pressure of the effect of that landing squarely on your shoulders. Because all of this is happening around you, and yet you're still launching something, you're still selling something, you're still needing to put food on the table and take care of your contractors and employees. And then just when you think you might be okay again, the world has changed again. Something else happened. We've seen this in our own work at Apostolic Fruit. 4 different launches in the past month or so, we've been able to have a glimpse of, some more than others, but a look into the backside of how things have been affected by the turbulence around us, particularly in the United States. And in watching these things and in talking with the people who were in the midst of these launches and how they responded and how they shifted their needs, some patterns emerged, and I want to share those with you. 4 things in particular. Firstly, people needed more time. Decision making and discernment need to slow down because everyone's nervous system is already very overloaded and everything feels like too much. You, as the guide, as the leader, as the person who is offering something to them, intentionally slowing that process down for them is an act of trust, and it's an act of honoring them. Secondly, connection matters more than ever. People want and need deeply meaningful, personal engagement, meaning connection, meaning conversation, meaning asking them what they need and how they are doing. Person to person, human to human. Yes, this takes more time. It does, and it's necessary. Thirdly, speaking directly into people's experience is essential. We can't just send generic messages anymore. The same messages, the emails that you used in the last launch are not going to work if we're in the midst of a countrywide crisis. People are feeling deeply what's going on. You need to speak directly to them in what their experience is. And number 4, sometimes it may be necessary to rethink your message entirely across the board, or to refine it and consolidate it so that it is able to be digested more quickly and directly to the right people. If it's too broad, and we also have this external experience of so much going on and people are inundated with emotional reactions, new things to think about, it's not going to come through. So we may need to refine and consolidate it even more. And here's another thing that we see very often. So leaders can feel this incredible pressure to perform, to secure numbers, to meet goals, and to keep the income steady. And these aren't silly. These are very, very real. And so the pressure is not you failing. But on top of that, we have this expectation. We have these tangible things that we need to meet and the numbers and the goals. And on top of that, as an expectation, maybe even self-imposed, that you must hold it all together. As the leader, as the business owner, you smile, you press on, you protect your team from fear and doubt, and you say, I will hold it. I will pray it out, hope it out, work it out. That's a real quote we heard from somebody who is going through this very process. And yet, then we have this experience where results don't line up the way that you expected, largely because of these external circumstances. That's not because you were failing or because you needed to hustle harder. More often than not, it's the system. It's the world. It's the turbulence. It's not you. So it is necessary not only externally in our marketing and in the launches and the process, it's necessary internally to slow down, to hold curiosity about what you and your people, meaning the people right around you, your family, your team, and then also the people you're speaking to as a whole. Understanding and holding curiosity about that experience. First, beginning within yourself, your own experience, being grounded in your own nervous system, safety. That's what makes you a safe place for yourself and then for others. The frantic energy, it pushes people away. And that will have an effect on your marketing and your launches. But a calm presence draws them closer, and that calm presence always begins within. Most recently, Megan and I were together in person here in Guatemala for our very first retreat. And the last day before she was leaving for the airport, we were making breakfast together in the kitchen and just reflecting on these interactions with these leaders who are holding the tension of uncertainty and pressure and disorientation. They're still showing up for their people and clients and spouses and families, and it's just a lot. And if you're experiencing that, I want to deeply see you in that. And please know that you're not alone. The tactics aren't working like they used to. Launches aren't yielding the expected results, and marketing and fundraising needs to diversify. It needs to shift. The financials are feeling uncertain, and operations need restructuring, and messaging must meet people where they are with compassion. And the leaders who are doing this, they need support. You need support and accompaniment. I need support and accompaniment. And not just for the short-term pivots, but because we as leaders and visionaries, we hold the foresight for the future. We are tasked with rethinking, redesigning, and rebuilding more humane systems for the world. That's a weight most of us weren't trained to carry. So I want to invite you to see these short-term struggles like my launch isn't working, and the things that we can do in response to that, like lengthening the amount of time, connecting and talking with people directly, holding space for ourselves. These are our training ground. These are the things that we can do in the short term to become the leaders that the world needs us in 20 and 30 years from now. So my friend, if you've felt blocked, constrained, or panicked about where things are right now, it's not a failure and it's not you. It's a sign of the times. And we're here. We'd love to support you in this. We're ready to guide and walk alongside you because we understand these places. And because leading in turbulent times doesn't mean going at it alone.
We hope you loved today's episode. If so, would you take a moment to share it with a friend?
If you haven't already, come connect with us human to human at apostolicfruit.com/connect. When you're ready, we'd love to support you more deeply.
May the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you,
and turn his face toward you and give you peace.